Now this, President Trump's executive orders are already facing legal challenges. Some Democrats argue that his actions are beyond his authority. Todd Piro with me. He's a recovering lawyer, by the way. They're determined to slow Trump down, aren't they? Will they succeed?
Possibly in certain areas, but we have to remember not all lawsuits are created equal. When it comes to birthright citizenship, which is being attacked by all those Democrat AGs, there is some concern if you're Donald Trump, because the law and the Constitution are pretty tough to overcome in this regard. Also, I will add, filed in federal court in Massachusetts, and any appeals will be brought in front of Democrat judges, or I should say judges that were appointed all by Democrats. So it's going to be tough on that one. I ultimately think that's decided by the Supreme Court, or Congress is going to have to step in and figure out birthright. But when it comes to the Doge lawsuit, that's not one that I'm real worried about if I'm Trump, because even if they were to lose that lawsuit, just change the moniker of Department of Government Efficiency. It's not an official department, and that's what these lawsuits are hinging on. They're saying you need to follow all these rules. It's kind of just a group of people that want to give suggestions on how to trim the government.
Next one, Trump's Department of Justice has reportedly reassigned maybe 20 senior officials, taking them out of their key positions. These folks have not been fired. They've been reassigned, which is like a demotion, isn't it?
Right.
Is this his first attack on the bureaucracy?
Yeah, I mean, look, the goal here is to put these people in positions where they're not going to like these jobs, and these lawyers have been in these roles for years, so they'll go take a real big money job at some law firm and get themselves out of the federal government. And that seems to be the way that Trump's going to have to operate. But it is incumbent upon him to get rid of those forces in the DOJ that are hyper-partisan and took so many steps, not only against Trump, but against conservatives on the whole. Pam Bondi is expected to go in there and create a situation where you do have top lawyers. You're not losing too much of a brain drain because you're going to replace them with lawyers who aren't as ideologically motivated. Those lawyers will be motivated by the law.
Todd, thank you very much indeed.